Hello and welcome everyone. Today we are going to look at form of validation. So how can we make sure that our nice form is capable to take all the necessary information from a user without allowing user to just submit a form empty. So that's what we're going to learn all about. So let me give you a demo. So this is what you're going to learn. First of all, what you're seeing on the screen, we have this one, full name. It's well, assuming you want to say your name is something like two letter. You see the line remain red, the border here is still red. As soon you go into 3, that means the letter contain at least 3 letter above, it will validate for you. So let's go like Alison Mejijuma. Okay, this one is correct. Now if you click here on register, you see it will ask you please fill in this form, this field. This one here is also required to be filled. It's a number. Assuming you want to fill with the letters, it's not going to go because the system will say it must only accept a number that started from 0 to 9. So here, assuming you say you want to put numbers like 9, 0, 9, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, it goes 9, like this. Still it's not going to validate for you because if you can see from the placeholder, it says a number must be grouped into 3 separated by dash, another 3 separated in dash. So let's say we have 0, 9, 8 like this, separated by dash, put again 0, 9, 8. Remember, it's not only 0, 9, 8. You can make sure you can mix your number according to what you have, but you need to separate them 3, 3. Then here the last one will be 4 because 3 plus 3, 6 plus 4 is equal to 10. We are taking only 10 numbers here. So if you want to increase to more than 10, so you can be able also to put that on. At least you can say like this, like this, like this. Now you can see it's already validating. It's changing this one into this green line. So go to email now. Assuming you want to go and click submit, it will ask you to put the email. Now if you put anything like this, it's always going to ask you please include @ symbol. @ symbol is very important. So we go with the something like this. It's validated because it contains the @ symbol. Okay, and it's checking @ symbol and .com must exist here for the case of the email. So for the web URL, it must be something http, okay, and then it must contain some .com something at the extension. So here let's go to http /ali.com, something like this. Automatic it will validate this for us because it must contain an http or https. Okay, here http stands for hypertext transfer protocol, then with the s, hypertext transfer protocol secure. So we have this one here, it's validating. Then for the password, it asks minimum must be 8 character. So let's go with the password. Start typing something like this up to the end. You say you want to repeat it here. Assuming it doesn't match, you click here to give you this message. Please match the format requested. This include 1 uppercase character, 1 lowercase, and then 1 number. That means it must be unique, okay, and it must contain the following requirements. So let's try to put it correctly. It must contain capital letter, it must contain a character, it must contain at least some number, okay, and it must be at least 8 character. Okay, let's try it here. Very good. Now it's match. So once you click here, it says make sure the password match. Okay, it's telling us the password is not match again, so put it correctly. Come to this one. You see, successfully, because it's already match. So this is what you are going to see here. So it looks kind of easy, not easy, but JavaScript involved. So the good thing, you guys can learn what JavaScript can do with some validation, and then how we can do some other validation simple with also our HTML knowledge. So without wasting time, let's go and create our brand new project. So let's go to our screen as usual, right click, new folder, we call this one form. Remember, I will send you guys the source code update after this recording. Okay, sorry. Form validation like this. Have form validation here, so we always open this with our Visual Code Studio. Okay, so now we open this one here. So here I remember it's just empty, it has nothing else. Maybe I can increase my light a little bit. Very good. So we are here. Okay, 1 second. Good. So this is what we have now. So currently we have this empty. We have to create our tree file as usual. One is going to be style.css. The second one will be indexed. Oh, here. Index.html. The next will be, remember to remove this one here. Selecting remove it out. Just leave it empty first of all. Then create our script for JavaScript. Remember, you can put any name you wish, but the extension must be let's call it JavaScript this time. JavaScript. You can call it any name, just make sure the extension remain .js at the end like this. So that's what we have already there. So okay, you have this one already. Okay, so what we do, we go to our HTML and have our skeleton. So how does it look? HTML, you select this one, HTML5. We change this one to form validation. Okay, so we need to link our file here, like style link / type style.css, then down here the body. Okay, here we can pass on our JavaScript here. Here will be called JS. You type here script, you select the script that have source. Okay, script, add here source src, you specify where is the script coming from. Wait, / okay, still pulling this one. Okay, you can write wait, let me close. There is something. Close this one, open again here. Oh, yes, scroll down. Let me also close this one very. This one is very far. Okay, let's bring this here. Just 1 second. This one be exit. Okay, so up to here we have this one. So we remain with our script. Okay, here is a script with the source. So write this one out, srce, this one, the second one, then type the word js like this. Okay, so like this we are good to go. So if you want to test it out, no issue, go and test to the css. Let's just put something above here, top. So if you want to do exactly like this, so you see what's there. Okay, sign up today, good. So we have our div. Also we need to have a structure. How do you want to do that one? We need to have a container div. Okay, we need to have a container here. You can say dot, just type the word container, the one which can handle all of them. Then up here we have h1 which say sign up today, something like this. sign up today. It's going to be our h1. Then inside this h1, if you want to test our whether our style is well connected, fine, just say h1. Okay, color should be please red like this. Then go with our go live here, starting go live. Very good. Okay, our sign up is turning to the red. That means everything is well connected, so we can just delete this one first of all out. We don't need this one now, so let's continue with our HTML. So what next do we want to add? After our h1, let's put a comment here. Will be our form to restart form start. Let's say this is the form start from here. Then down here it follow with the element called form like this. Okay, remove the word action. Now we are not sending anything to database. Let's now open the form. Inside form, what do we need to have? Also the home must have our id, because we can select this on JavaScript later. Id should be called form. Okay, then we need to have a class down here, so that we can install this class called form dash group or underscore group is all the same. Inside form group, what do we need to have? We need to have a label. A label here enable the screen reader. A label is those one here, like let me show it from this one. You see here I have full name. This one is a screen reader, so it's called label. But what we have inside here is like full name. There is known as a placeholder. So this one enable the user to understand what's going to be put inside this input field. So here you can say label. We need to put some validation there. We can say okay, this one is going to be for name. Okay, then inside again above the label there we put here like a full name. Okay, full name like this. We put the full name. Then below the full name, below the this on the label, then we need to put our input now. Input like this. The input, what type of text of data do you want to get from name? Name must be a text. A text contain of course letters A, B, C, D up to Z to some numbers inside. Okay, so if you need number, we just put tel only. It's going to take 0 to 9. So our case we need text. A name some people can have their name that contains some letter also and number. So here we can validate the type of this one or input. Okay, it's going to be text. Then the id correspond for what we put in our label. Okay, can pass in id. It must equal to what we pass. Is equal, sorry. Okay, like this is equal to what we put up here. We put name, so we validate our id here with the name. Okay, so this is what we have. Then we need to have a placeholder. A placeholder will help us so that we can add some extra information, like you can say here full name, or you can say something like enter your full name, something like this. So it's good. So we have that one. And next, what do you have? I think this is the basic one. We have nothing else to do with this one. So if we take a look on our screen here, you'll see we have this one here. Very good, but it's just weird. It's not looking good like that one. Just a moment, we are going to beautify that one. So here we have this one good. Then what next do we need to have? We need to have if you check from this one, we are trying to make it. It's going to have phone, email, website, password, and confirm everything down. Okay, we need to list them down so that we can style them step by step. Since we have this one form group here already, so we can just copy this one, copy and paste. So we first of all want to know how many field do you want to post there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we just paste this one 5 times. 2, 3, 4, 5. Just we can now change the information. Okay, so the first one is going to be name, which is correct. Then we are going to move for the second one here. Or if you want to comment them also, you don't get confused. Okay, put your comment. Here is going to be phone. Okay, then here we validate this one for phone. Okay, here is going to be you can say phone number. this phone number. Then here type is going to be phone, to validate this with the phone. So here we can put phone in the place of ID. Enter your phone number or tel number, the shortcut tel number. Okay, next, if you want to validate this one with the email, then you put here email as a comment. Okay, then here you can put this one to the email, then full name here should be email, yes, or email address. It will just be email to avoid confusion. Email is okay. Then we label this one here and relate this to this ID with email. Then here we can say enter email, but we want to say like the email must be like ali@gmail.com, something like this, just to fill the placeholder. Then next, what do you want to put here? We check this one first of all. We have email address, which is okay. Then we have website URL, password, and confirm password. Okay, we are good to go. We have phone number, email, we have here. Website URL. So let this one change to website URL. But first of all, you need to know type of data you're getting from this one, email group here. What are you getting from here? You're getting email, so you put this one to email. Input type must be email. Okay. Then for telephone, we're not getting the number which is going to mix for us, so we need only number, so we put tel here is the input type. Okay, so we move next. We finish with this one, so put this on website URL. We'll comment this one. I shall say website URL. So first of all, we need to change this one to okay. If you want to highlight many of them at the same time, so you highlight this one, make Ctrl plus D, so you can work on two of them like this. We can say website URL like this. You see, I've auto rename everything here. So type of the website URL is URL. Okay, so the ID here will be website, the label for, and then we can relate to this ID with the website. So here what do we need to put is password. So we can first of all comment this one out and say here password. Okay, so below we have password here. Okay, here we can type password. Okay, you can say enter your password. Then here, if we label this with password, then our ID here must correspond to password. Control Z to password here. Copy this one, pass it to the place of name here. Okay, password. So the type of password must be password, because if you leave it like this, you are going to see when you're typing it out. Okay, let's also change this one. The label should be password. Okay, password like this. Now if you don't validate, if you don't put something there, like you see, if you're going to type password, it's going to be visible, anyone can see. So we don't want this one to be visible, we need it to be dot 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 dot, so nobody will can read that one. So we say type of input is going to be password like this. It will automatically ask that one to be converted into that format. Now you see I'm writing only dot dot is the one appearing, so nobody will understand. So it's really important, because password is always secret. So we have password, we have the last one must be confirm password, so I have to copy this one more up to here. Okay, before I paste, I have to comment this one. I will say confirm password like this, then I can paste this one down here. So here, instead of password, it's going to be confirm password like this. So I type the word password twice. Okay, no issue. So here it's going to be type password, everything password. Maybe you want to change this label, is going to be confirm, and the password must start with capital, come on, case system. this size small. Okay, like this. Then in the place of ID here, I can just pass this one to be confirm password. So up to this level, enter your confirm. Okay, confirm password like this. Up to this level, everything seems to be okay. It's like we are done with our form input. You can scroll up and see. Yeah, I think if you take a look, this is what we will get. So after putting that one, we need to see, do we need to go direct to this one or style even? So we have button, and then we have the, I think we need to first of all put everything. Okay, just a second, someone is calling me. Oh, let's put this one down there. Okay, let's put our button just to finish it very fast. So here, before we put our this one, at the end of our closing tag for the form, we put our button here. Button, it has to take type also. The type must be submit. Let it take submit. Then the word here must be register. Like this. Then outside this form, let's take that message you say do not hesitate. Okay, and the rest we will use JavaScript to change with the, this one be called message container. Okay, going to be dot, then it's not inside there. So message container. Down here you have dot, you can put dot message like this, underscore container, then put hashtag. Okay, to enable us to put the ID at the same time, or we don't need ID. Okay, it's fine, just enter like this. We have this one message container, and inside that message container we need to put h3. Okay, that text which say do not hesitate, it is h3 like this, and say do not, let's just make it in this construction form, don't hesitate. Don't hesitate. After putting don't hesitate, I think that's all, but we need to pass ID here because we'll change the text content later on using JavaScript. ID going to be message, because the message we can use JavaScript later to select this one. Already have the message. Now when you look, you see nothing else, something very ugly, difficult to arrange them, but at least we can see the format, and there's no validation. If you click anything here, it just refresh, giving us this nonsense. So let's go to our CSS file. Let's say we need to style this like this so that we can see everything, and then here is the CSS. No, let this one be to this side, and then our CSS this side. Wait, this one to go this side. Remember, you just click on your window, using this arrow and left key. So we are here, we have our CSS here. Very good. Left and right key, window left and right key to enable you move them which direction you want them to be. So we are done with this one. First of all, before we do some basic, this one let's just make it look beautiful. Okay, so let's go to our this one here. First of all, let's start with our HTML this time. HTML, there's nothing else here. Okay, we need to make a box. Okay, box sizing, let it be border. We just want to put border box. Okay, so that's all for that one. So we go to our body. We all know what to do. Body, we all know what to do with body. So in the body, what we need to do, margin should be 0, margin should be 0. Oh, inside here, sorry, then we have padding should be 0 also, because we want to have the free space. Okay, because here is the h1, it has also 10 pixels default, so that way we can handle it shortly. So first of all, we need to pass that one here, and then inside that one, it's a Roman times, new times Romans, we don't want that one. So let's say font family, here we can change the font family to something like Arial, Helvetical, like this, comma, sans serif. I don't want it to be in that format or Times New Roman, so that one is okay. First of all, let's see what can we do. Letter spacing, can we give letter spacing? Yes, let's go letter spacing, just to give a space between letter. Okay, this one here, letter spacing, this one, so let it be 2. Okay, then remember we're setting our body, then the rest will go inside HTML element. Then next we need this one to flex, so that we can put it in the center. That means we need this one first of all to be display to flex. Okay, we want to put everything in the center, display flex. Then we can say justify content center, like this. It can move, justify content center like this. You see, once we do this one, display flex and justify content center, it move everything to the center. Now we need to center it again, vertically and horizontally. It must be the center. So what do we need to do? We need to put our background color. I think our background color matter here a lot. BGC background color. So let's use a hashtag here. Let's add like C9, not 0, C9. We have set CED. Then we pass 3. There's something like white smoke, but not white smoke. You see something here that can at least make some sense, not that white. See the difference. Actually, I move this 3 out. See, it's just white. So once you pass the 3, it looks like white smoke, but it's not white smoke. No, not 3. Like this. Okay. Like this, it looks very nice, and then don't have any problem with that one. Next is our container. Remember, we have container here. It's the one that handle them. If you move up. In the beginning, we have our container. Where is the container? Okay, here. This container is what we are now going to work on it. So down here we have container. If you want to put comment, no issue. Container. So we are here. Remember the class dot in front. Then here you can specify what you want to do with the container. So here is very simple. Okay, what do you want to do? The width must be 400 pixels. Okay, so width like this must be 480 pixels. Next we have the height. Okay, we want to put the height of 630 pixels. Next we have the property of display flex. Okay, we want to make everything to flex. Next, remember flex into change everything to the row by default, so we need to change the direction automatically. We say flex direction. We want this one to change the direction. It has to be in the column, not column reverse. If you make column reverse, it will start with the this one. Hesitate will go up and everything like this. You see, it will just make things very weird. So it's going to be column only. Flex direction is column. Everything remain the same. And then next, text all must be aligned in the center. Text align should be center. Next, after text align center, what do we have? let's say items. I think items align, not text. Supposed to be items align center or align items. They are all the same. Align dash items. Yeah, like this. Should be center. So everything inside there is an item already. That's full name, phone number, email, their items. So when you say text, that means we are going to deal with the text only, but there are now items within the container. That's why we're using those items there. So we need to put some border radius and box shadow. Okay, let's say a border radius here should be 10 px to curve the corner for us. 10 pixels. Now it's not appear yet because we need to specify this one, the box shadow, so that it can appear very well. So we have the box shadow down here. Just adding box to the shadow. That's all the meaning of it. Box shadow. This one. Shadow. First of all, we have 0. 0 here stands for left and right. Okay. Then we have the 5 pixels, which is going to be the vertical. This one stands for the X, which is the horizontal. Okay. Then the third one here, which is the 30 pixel, is talking about the spread. How do you want this one to spread? Okay. Then the RGB here is the one just adding RGBA. This one is going to enable us to customize some colors there. So for our case, we just only want to pass all the black. So the black colors by default is 0 000. Okay. Black is just 000 instead of typing 000 up to 6 times. Then the alpha here enable us to set the opacity. How do you want this one to appear? Do you want it to appear very clear, very slow? So we have put this one in terms of percentage. So we can say 0.4, which is equivalent to 40%. So once we do like this, you see this beautiful sign up here. This box border is showing. And if you scroll down, you see everything. Just that my screen, I think this piece is very small. It's not like the one of Olo. So this is what you can see there. Okay. If you try to make Ctrl Shift minus, see like this, you can see this beautiful. Okay, this beautiful border box there. So the 0 here stands for top and bottom. No, left and right, which is the x-axis, the horizontal. Then the other one is vertical. Okay. Let me get you back. Here is the x position, which stands for the left and right, which is the horizontal. Then the 5px here is a vertical. Okay, which is the top and bottom. Then the 30 pixels here is a spread. How do you want it to be spread? If you make it very small, you okay, see the spread different. If you make it 3 pixels, what will happen? See nothing. So here we want to add this one to go viral. Okay, Control B, hide that one, then 30 0. Like this, you see the spread goes. That is the different now. And then this color is just the black you are seeing there. So there is nothing here very difficult. Okay, so let's go there. Good. So we are somehow going well, but our form looks ugly always. So what is next? The next challenge is how to make this form look very beautiful. So let's go and install the form first of all. Let's say the OTR form. Let's comment everything out. Have a good way of writing your code so that people can understand wherever there is problem. Form, because it's just form, there is no other different form, so we style it directly. Okay, so I can give a width of 90% of the screen, but not the entire screen, the entire container that's just situated inside. So say a width should be 90%. You see, which doesn't make any difference yet, but it will happen as soon we implement form group. So we have here form group. If you want to highlight it, it's fine, or comment it so that you can know where is the problem exactly once you fall in problem. So we have a dot, we have this one, say form group. Make sure you type everything correctly. Then in the form group, what do we need to do? We need to specify the height. Okay, not mean height, the height. the height must be 65 pixels. 65 pixels, you see, it's now giving some good space there. Okay, and then we need to install the label. This space is okay with me. Let's go and install the label here. What's wrong with this child? Okay, label here we have position should be relative. Position should be relative. After position relative, have bottom. The bottom will be only 3 pixels like this. You save, which kind of looks like nothing is happening, but we are coming to input to finalize this one to look good. So here I have our input. Okay, input here have width, which should be 100%, because we want this one to appear good whenever we go to phone or whatever. You see the changes is happening there. So after putting width is equal to 100%, then what do we need to do? The height also. The height should be at 34 pixels. Then from 34 pixels we have the padding. The padding should be 5 pixels. After padding 5 pixels, have border of 1 pixel solid. Then we specify the color you want to pass, but here I just want to pass black color. So if you want to go black color with the hash with this hashtag, just make this a 1 2 3 3 is okay. Can give you that black, okay, which is okay. Then we have border radius of 5 pixels. Border radius should be 5 pixels. 5 pixels. Okay, it makes some good nice curve, this one there. So if you keep on going there, we will say we need to add some border box also, which is okay. We can say box sizing is going to be border, because remember position in the beginning there from the body. Box sizing should be border box like this, see. Then next we can add some transition, transform, transition, everything that we can specify all, but we can specify now the time, that is 0.3 second. 3 second is sorry, just say like this, which is fine with me. So what is next is, by default everything is going to be like this, so I don't want everything to be like this. So here if you just click here, it will ask number automatic. If you go for email, it will show the email. If you go for URL, try to show the URL, because it is known. If you go for password, now you can see the password is entering very well, but no validation. So let's first of all add everything here. So you need to check like when this input is valid, like when you just load it, like this is valid by default. Okay, like this is just valid. So you want the border must turn into red. That's the first thing we need to do. So you can just start here, input, add the pseudo class input. Okay, then we say valid. Then we specify our curly bracket and the CSS declaration. The border must be, now when this is valid, when that means valid means when we put all the information correct inside. Okay, so the border, okay, must be changed into 1 pixel solid. Then we need to put the type of color, so let it be green. I'm sure when it's already, but supposed to be dark green. Okay, like when it is valid, let it be green. After you can see here, by default it is not valid, it's red. After you put something there, let it turn into green. That's what I mean by valid. Valid when the information gets in already, okay, but not yet submitted. So it's first of all going to see. So here we are starting, let it be valid. But you have this one, once you click here, the active outline is showing black, so you need to remove that one too. Okay, Then we need to first of all copy this one and have it twice, because we have for valid, we have for invalid. Here instead of valid it's going to be invalid. Then this v will start with the capital. These are the special classes that are valid and invalid. They all exist already as a pseudo class in our CSS. Okay, don't stress yourself like something new. So when it is invalid, I think no, in CSS we don't need JavaScript rule. The invalid, okay, it's okay. Here is going to be valid, the first one. Okay, valid, yes, invalid, good. I think it's okay now. Okay, good. So but here we need to change this one. So when it is invalid, we need to change this one into at least a red, so that the user can know that he or she made mistake already. Okay, if it is invalid, should be this one. So to know like this one is working, sorry, close this one. To know like this one is really working, so we need to continue here and move down. We need to put our bottom, yeah, the one for button. So our button will be very simple, but it will contain a lot of CSS. So this one is going to be our button. Down here we write the word button. CSS declaration comes in. First of all, the cursor must be pointer, which is like what we always do. Next, what do we want to do? Color. We want to change the color. The color must be at least white. Let me just type white here. Not okay, let's go with the hash ff3, which is fine. Okay, and next we have the background color must be black. BGC must be black. So shift 0 0, it's already black. Next we have our border should be none. We don't want the border like this. Then we have border radius too. Border radius BR. Border radius should be 5 px. The curve corner should be only 5 pixels. Then still looks so weird. We keep on going. Height of 50 and width must be 100%. Okay, height should be 50 px, 50 pixel, and then it increase. Then we need the width so that it can be like this input also. So width should be 100%, but within what? Within our container frame like this, so that can take that space all. Like this it's coming and it's making more sense. If width is equal to that one, then we need to work with the text. Let the text be font family sans serif. I don't want this text to be like our New Times Roman default text. I don't like that one, so feel free, if you like it, put there for your project. Font family going to be this one, Arial, Helvetica, sans serif. Good. Then next we have the letter spacing. Yeah, we want to put some letter spacing here, space between the letter. Letter spacing, or LS, sorry, it's going to be 2 pixels. We want to put some space. Okay, you see there is space there. Next we need to see margin top. Margin top, say empty, should be 5 pixels. Okay, let there be a great difference. Then when you hover, you need to change the brightness. Okay, say button dot hover. Down here we keep on going. Say okay, here we have our button, but this time we want to hover it. Hover. So pseudo classes already exist. Once we hover, first of all, what we need to do, filter. We want to add this one only, the brightness. So so it have a lot of drop, what you can use them opacity, everything, but for I want to use brightness of 200%, which is the increase of percentage. So you see there's a brightness happening once I bring my cursor, you see. Good. So from there, next we need to do is autofocus. When the button is here, you see this thing is refreshing. This one we can remove with the JavaScript. Whenever you click here, it refreshes. These are the default behavior of the form. We're going to remove with JavaScript. Okay. So here we have this one button here, autofocus or focus. Let's see, focus. We need to pass some properties. So outline should be none, like this. Okay, but the one for input 2 we need to remove it. Okay, then we have the message container here, which is this one here. Don't hesitate. Okay, message container. Remember, it's coming from our HTML here. Then we get confused. We are just here, message container. This one here. This is where we are. So we can copy and take it to our style here. Remember, as a class, we just pass on this one. Then we specify some other stuff. We want to do border should be black. Border radius BRD should be 1 pixel solid black, say hash 000. Okay, 1 pixel solid black. Good. Border it's going to be border, not border radius. Sorry, border. This is going to be border like this. Good. So we can style it out. So let it be like the border radius must be 5 pixels. BR border radius like this. It will be at least 5px. 5px. Okay, which is okay. Which is making sense now. So we have our width should be 90%. I don't want this one to be like the other one. 90% like this. Then what next? We have our margin top should be 20 pixel. Margin top, say empty, should be 20 pixels. Then we have our display flex property. We need everything to be displayed on display. Display should have flex property. Okay, after display flex, that means we need to check the content. Okay, justify content should be center. So make sure everything is in the center. Justify content, take it to the center. Then after justify content, then the color is going to be black. Color is going to be black. Okay, so this is what we have. The color black remain for this one. So this is the first thing you should have by default. So up to this level, I can see we are done with our styling. So remain our JavaScript part. So this is where the fun will come in now. So up to this level, there's nothing else we did. It's just our previous lecture. Okay, with some CSS and some HTML. Now let us add our JavaScript in the function. Bring me water. Okay, good. So we are here. Let's go to our JavaScript. So what do you want to do with JavaScript? Always in the beginning, we need to import all the IDs above here. Above is where we can import all our ID. So we need to check what are those IDs. First of all, make sure you go to your HTML, see them. What do you put as an ID? All or first of all let us just validate this form using our HTML element, then later we can go back to our JavaScript. Okay, let's add some property to our this one, our HTML first of all. So here, what if we go to input? Okay, let me try to decrease the size of this one. Okay, like this is readable. So up to this level we have nothing else, we have just form, local form with CSS. So here our phone number, we have everything, so we have text here, place all that. So here we can add some other functionality. Okay, so let's add the option like require here. What does require do for us? Here require, and then let's assume go to here. You see by default it highlight this one to red because it is invalid already, nothing put. Assuming I put something inside, okay, it is turned into green. If I remove it and go out, it asks us please put something there. If I want to click on this one, it will ask you please fill in. Okay, require here enable the user or remind the user to put what data here, so it will control our button here. Whenever I click, it will not going to happen because it will be disturbing the person. Please fill in this field. So this is the powerful of require. So if you put all require here, it might work with others, but it cannot work with all everything. That's why JavaScript is very important. So this one happen always. Okay, good. Let's say you want to add require everywhere and see which are going to have some problem there. Okay, so here we go to, you copy just this one, what you require, copy this one, pass here. Assume you want to pass everywhere, pass this one there, pass everything, scroll down, pass to URL, and then you want to pass to this one, the last, to confirm password, yes, and then save. Now you see like almost everything is required. Okay, there's a extension here called fake filler to enable you to fill everything correctly. Okay, just with the random data. So go to Chrome extension, type fake filler, fill all input with a dummy data, just the dumb one, it's not the correct data. Just click on it like this, it will enable you to fill this one very fast than to waste your time typing them small by small everything. So let's say we put this one, seems like it's working but really not really. So how can we know that this password is matched with the other one? Assuming you remove this one, so if you remove this one and put this one like this, it still is telling us, even if you put this one too, you can see this one is just 3 characters and it's just validating everything for us. So here we need JavaScript because it doesn't favor this HTML validation doesn't favor everything. You can see here, maybe I don't want to write a name that have more than 100 characters. You see, you'll just keep on going without getting satisfied. Maybe I made a mistake, I just typed like 1 letter. It is still going to validate this one for us, so we don't need this one to happen. Maybe I type some numbers here with the text, you see, still going to accept this thing to go. And remember, we put there the type must be 10, so we need to do some validation still. So we need to add some validation into our normal form here. So let's go to this one. There is a file here in API. Okay, we need to validate what for phone number. For phone number, we need to add something called pattern. In that pattern, okay, we need to add this one here, this number and the format. So let's copy this one. This one I get them from Google. I'm going to send you all the documentation with the video in the WhatsApp group. So let's go to this one. Let's go to the phone. Where is phone? Yes, website. I think phone will be number 2 here. So here add another property known as pattern. Here this is the explanation. First of all, we need a number that is going to start from 0 up to 9. It's not going to take text in this case. Then it is going to take 3 digits. Then it's going to separate with a dash. You are going to separate with dash. Then again it's going to start from 0 to 9, and then 3 digits separate with dash. Then you have another one 0 to 9. This time is going to take 4 characters. So you have 3 plus 3 fixed plus 4 is going to be 10. So our phone number is going to be 10 character. So if you see this one like this, it can enable us not to now send what a text like letters inside our number. So let's check our input now. So we have the input here number. Let's try to put some text. You see, it's still going to be red for us. See, there is this one, this weird white black outline is showing there. Let's remove this one in input CSS. Style, where is input? Input. Okay, we have input. Okay, here we miss something here. We need to say outline. Outline should be none. And that going to appear there. Yes, now you see, whenever I put this black line, is not appearing. So you see here it's not going to accept, because if you try to register, it will ask you to put, okay, if you put something there, you register, it's going to say this one is not correct. So now if I change everything into text, into this number, we say 0 09 09090909. It's always going to say please mark the format requested. The format requested is here 3. Okay, let's go to our index here. We say 3 4. Okay, here like please enter a phone number. Let's say the phone number should be entered this level, like 000. Separate with this one 000. Separate with this 0004. This is the format we want. So let's go to our screen and we implement this one. Okay, 336 plus 4 10. Good. So it's going to be like 095. Let me say our 5 no 095 dash 9805 5500. So like this, it marked with the green. It's already match the format which is requested. So here we don't have any problem. Up to this level, I think yeah, we can say we have implemented for this one, but we need to see our name there now. So in our name here, maybe we need to add something here like the minimum length. Mini length. The mini length should be 3 character. Then let's say max length should be 100 character. Let the name not go beyond 100 characters. So let's save this one and see. Now what will happen if I put two letter here? Stay red. Assuming I enter 3, it will validate to green without any problem. So now I have validated the first one and the second one, which is for the font format type. Then this one is 4. This should be 3. Let's remove this one and remove this bracket. 3 plus 4. Okay, 3. They don't want that space. Okay, I got the point now. There is a space here. Very good. So you should be careful. It's not going to allow you to push anything. So here in the text, in the name, whenever it reach more than three character, it accept everything. Okay. So here comes in. Okay, we have this one email. It requires this one. We don't need to worry. Here it's going to take this one. Good. The problem now is the password. Okay, how to validate this password? Okay, to validate the password, I think I have even some article and packed it together with the video. We have to pass this one to our password. Okay, this one you don't need to memorize them. It's very hard. It's just understand it exists and this is how to make. So I'm going to send you the documentation whereby you can read and copy them from the video. So here we go. Where is our password? Password. Email, website URL. Okay, we have our password up here. Password, confirm password. Okay, pass both of them, confirm password and also the first password here. So what it's saying is like, okay, you must have some characters, okay, and that is going to be from A to Z, and also they can be also A up to Z capital letter, no issue. Also it can be small letter, capital letter, all at the same time, no issue, but it must be character, 8 character. That means your password length must only be 8. If you type 7, it will not work. Okay, that's all what's mean by this pattern. So it's the same thing we are putting here, so it's going to help us check this one there. Okay, so if you keep up and check, you will see. Okay, let's say this password is like this, nothing here happen. Let's go with this one, fake filler. It will fill everything correct, but you'll have problem with that one unless you remove this one. Like this will be good. So let's go and say this password like this. You see it will work because the validation doesn't take place. Okay, so this one really we need JavaScript there to help us find out this one. Okay, so I think by here we can pause this video. Someone's calling me. Get you back, guys.